Hello everyone. For this assignment, I decided to look at the OER resources through Canvas. So I went to this site and I came down to the arts education of videos because I am currently an English teacher. And as I scrolled through, I was really attracted to the Vancouver Poetry Slam because I do a poetry unit every year, and I like to start out the poetry unit to grab interest using Poetry Slam. If anybody's ever seen the movie Louder Than a Bomb, it's actually a wonderful, wonderful movie, a documentary of poetry slams of students in Chicago. So when I clicked on this, it brought me here to the YouTube Vancouver Poetry Slam. Plenty of videos here of students presenting, their own work, and I really like this because students like to know that other students. Students like to know that other students are doing this and performing and publishing, which is really important when you're talking about not only just poetry, but writing and expression in general. And, who are we publishing for? Who is going to watch us? And I think that's a great conversation to be having here with these materials and having access to this, as opposed to like the movie Louder Than a Bomb, having to pay for that, access to show my students. I have this option as well. I'm going to head back to our assignment here of the report. So I described the resource, videos of students publishing their work. I got it from the resources that Catrice had put here. And how it works is there's videos of students presenting, and then I basically have the freedom and ability to build from there, discussing poetry and discussing student expression and discussing, the power of video production and, again, publishing for the larger scale, not just publishing something so that your teacher can read it and grade it. So I'm going to head down to your questions. What are the perceived affordances of OER? I think, more students having access, not putting a financial strain of purchasing a textbook. Anybody that's taken, an English course, even in college, you're talking about books on books on books on books on books. And here I have the ability and the freedom to choose what I want to, and I'm not stuck to any given curriculum that was designed by, people who are funding textbooks. And I think that bleeds into then what can educators do with OER that they can't do easily with traditional materials. They can ensure that all students have them. I know in college, and then now as a college adjunct, you always get the question on the first day of school, do I need the textbook? And if I've built the curriculum around the textbook, which isn't best practice, but if I'm told to use a textbook, then I'm told to use what materials, and it takes away a lot of teacher autonomy. So I think that, talking about students, but I think we also need to address teachers, and that the research continues to show that when teachers have more autonomy and they feel empowered, that they actually do better, and in turn their students do better. So having these open resources means that our teachers don't have to pay, our students don't have to pay, and then even in financial barriers, that definitely, makes certain people have access and not other ones. Excuse me for the background information. I am at the airport getting ready to fly away for my honeymoon. Change the educational context. I definitely think you're picking best things, best resources for your own practice and your own pedagogy. So the same way that math teachers would look for certain expectations in a textbook, so would an English teacher. They would be different in that way. So I think this is a great resource page. I'm going to save this resource page that we have here so that I can go ahead and think about what I can add this year to my practice, both in the high school and in the college. Thank you so much.